Out comes Becky Lynch, big time Bex. She shouts out Jacksonville and noted last week she got no chant of "You deserve it." I thought this was hilarious that she goaded the crowd into chanting "You deserve it." I mean, listen, I am not crazy about this heel direction, but she is very good.
Yeah, this was about as obvious of a heel move as you can get. A babyface actually demanding the crowd to chant one of the more obnoxious chants that we typically get. It's an interesting indicator of like the type of subtlety that Becky is using to like slowly transition into this. And not even that slowly, honestly, by this point, but it's not completely overt either. There's definitely a little bit of nuance attached to how she is manipulating this crowd.
So she puts over Belair and says, how have I become the bad guy in all of this? And she addresses Esther.
Is that her real name?
No.
So who the hell is Esther?
I don't know. I didn't quite get where the burn was here. I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been something, might be a pop culture reference we're not really getting.
She said she was called to save the match at SummerSlam. The powers that be called for the biggest name, meaning that they did, according to Becky here, the powers that be knew well in advance that Sasha was not going to be at SummerSlam, and they contacted me to be there in Vegas, yet they still promoted this match. She literally said this in the promo.
That is very true. You're right. How does that excuse them?
So these powers had no care for you, the consumer.
Well, in either case, it's not like Becky was just hanging out backstage. Like, oh shit, right before the match, we can't find Sasha. Becky, go out there. It's not happening like that.
She said Bianca wasn't ready. You can't cry because I beat you too fast. And I have not forgotten how to win this game. And she minimized Belair's flips and tricks in comparison to her experience. And I needed one flip of my wrist to her face and won the match. I mean, this was a great promo from Becky.
It was fun.
Belair comes out. She's...
Hold on a second. I think Rustin just solved the riddle. I think she means Esther as in EST-er. Because Bianca's the EST.
Okay. That's I was hoping for a better explanation than that. I guess so. Esther. EST. Okay. I don't think that one landed so well with
it's about the reaction I think I had.
Yeah. I was hoping it was like fresh off like Drake's album or something, and we're just like way behind the times. So that's what I was hoping it would be. How is it? How is the album? Have you heard it?
Very casually, and I don't think I'm the right audience to really ask. I think it's from what I've heard, like good Drake. Like if you like Drake, like if you like Drake, if you like his like 20+ song albums, I think you'll probably enjoy this.
Okay.
Have you seen the little video that he did with Kawhi?
No.
Like I've only seen a small clip of it, but like he's got like a bunch of people like Future and a bunch of people dressed up as like Boys to Men, and among them is Kawhi Leonard, doing like a very typical like Boys to Men video. It's pretty funny.
Okay. Esther.
It's about the same reaction as Esther.
So Belair, she had accomplished so much, she lost it all in 26 seconds, admits she was embarrassed, but she will never make excuses. I will be the greatest when I win the title back, and those are just the facts. And tells her, why don't you defend the title just like Roman tonight? And Becky says, no, walks out.
I thought Bianca sounded really good here. Her confidence, I thought, was really strong. Her delivery was very strong, and she effectively got the crowd on her side. You know, I thought it was a pretty effective night for the feud overall. The babyface heel distinctions are being more defined, and I think Bianca is being set up as a pretty clear crowd favorite against Becky. You know, I never had an issue with them telling this story. I never had an issue with Becky winning the belt so that you can tell the chase with Bianca. I think my issue and many fans' issues was probably more so with the 26-second loss, because I don't think it's believable at all that Bianca Belair would lose that way. You know, but the question is, could they have continued to tell this story? Could they have ignited maybe this negative interest in Becky Lynch if they didn't make the audience feel like Bianca got screwed? You know, if it was a hard fought 10-minute, 20-minute battle between Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch, presuming that Becky Lynch is even, you know, in wrestling shape to have that type of match, would this negative sentiment be as easily achieved for Becky Lynch?
The issue is, I don't think that negative sentiment has been achieved. When Becky Lynch comes out, I do not sense that this is an audience that has negativity towards her. They're all cheering for her, and even when she's like insulting them, I think they're still behind her.
It only takes like one the female equivalent of a low blow, or like, you know, some cheap shot for her to cement herself as a heel. Like, she is setting the building blocks for it right now, and I think she's effectively doing it. So today, she's still kind of like, you know, again, it's a subtle turn, or at least as subtle as you might get for a WWE level turn.
Do you think she gets booed in New York next week?
Not next week, but when she cements the turn, yeah. The bigger question is, who gets cheered more coming out of the segment? It's Bianca Belair.
I think it's almost comparable where they're at. I think like a lot of the audience is still into Becky and are still going to cheer this. So I don't know how smooth this is going to be, but it's going to take some time.